Because if we're using it more than ever before and more things are wrong in our communities than ever before, maybe therapy isn't doing what we think it's doing.
Cool, Jacob. Progressives are putting DAs in place who free mentally ill offenders, leading to repeat crimes. I suspect the same agenda is spreading into therapy. Men can't even choose a therapist to begin with. Wow.
Wow. Okay. So I actually will speak to that a little bit. Can you put that chat back up, or
Sure.
or,
Yeah.
or if it's gone?
We can.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Progressives are putting DAs in place who free mentally ill offenders, leading to repeat crimes. All right. So, how this kind of, in a way, kind of connects to the mental health field is when you have a large demographic of women
Mhm.
who have been convinced both socially, politically, and in the mental health space that they are the ones that's right and all that's wrong in life is men. You're effectively kind of rewarding a narcissistic, self-absorbed mindset where the many of the women that are going to therapy saying they're healed and they're getting better are actually getting worse. So the reality is they're being incentivized to feed into their own narcissism. And the end result is they're convinced if things don't work, all my exes are the narcissists,
Not me.
not me. So the mental health space, Jacob is kind of right, where it's like it's effectively turned into an environment where there's almost like this religious space going
A
on.
cult almost.
It almost feels like that.
Traps you in there.
Yeah, and it has its own language. It has its own code. You're now even hearing. So when a cult would function where people would say things like, "Oh, or I can only deal with people that's in my group," right? So now you're hearing women in 2025 say, "Oh, I can't date a man that hasn't gone to therapy." Wait a minute, like therapy hasn't always existed in the history of humanity. Like, so how's this now a measuring stick for whether or not a guy is a good husband, partner, or boyfriend? Like, maybe we should start with do you like him? Does he like you? Does he treat you well? Does he come from a good family background? Like, he could be open to therapy, but therapy's not the end all be all. We're treating this like it's almost a religious rite. And then it's also what the therapist says is now being treated almost like a prophet or like the priest, where it's like these people are, instead of going into confessionals and sharing with the priest and saying all the things they did wrong, and then the priest makes them feel better and say all's forgiven and now you're going in the right path. They're doing this with therapists. They're telling them all the stuff that's wrong in life. The therapist is validating their feelings and emotions, and then before you know it, they walk out feeling better and they recharged again. And now for a lot of these ladies especially, they're coming back out perceiving that, well, I'm fixed, so if I feel anything that's a conflict,
It's
an
all the
issue,
men.
it's the men. So I'm like, again, it's effectively basically I feel like the mental health space has actually started to kind of get almost poisoned in a way.
Whew.
Poisoned, and it's poison. And this is my argument: if we as a culture and society are doing more mental health services and therapy intervention than ever before in the history of America, and the marital rates are horrible, broken families and households, divorce rates are high, more people are unhappy, single, and women's stats as far as divorce and anxiety are through the roof. Well, guess what? Maybe something's not working in the mental health field, or maybe something's wrong in that counseling room.
Definitely.
Because if we're using it more than ever before and more things are wrong in our communities than ever before, maybe therapy isn't doing what we think it's doing.
It's for profit.
Maybe people are starting to look at it that way.
Good point.